Right, praise Yah. And we pick right back up where we left off. Again, Yah controls all things. Yah controls this live stream, right? So praise the Almighty for showing us that everything we go through is a test. Um, y'all know where I'm located. Y'all know where I'm at. So anytime I have technical difficulties, please just bear with me. Okay. So let me post the new live. All right. So we left off on Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 1, right? Well, let's go to verse 20. Let's go down. Let's go right down to verse 20, right? And the Most High says, "He that is our Elohim is the Elohim of salvation, and unto Elohim Yah belong the issues from death." Right? All of these things belong to Yah. So when you read all through Psalm 68, you'll see where the Most High will have his way with the wicked and death, because the Most High controls all of these things, right? So let's go back up to verse 1 just to get right back in the right state of mind. But didn't I say that we left off in Deuteronomy 30? Let me finish off that chapter. I think there were like 2 or 3 verses left. And then we'll go back to Psalm 68. Let's go to Deuteronomy 30. And I'm going to start at verse 18. And it reads, "I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land, whither you passest over Jordan to go to possess it. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live." See this beautiful test. "That thou mayest love Yah thy Elohim, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life, and the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which Yah sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them." Praise the Almighty Yah. The Most High is your life and the length of your days. So you must obey the Creator, the one who created you, and cleave to the Creator, love the Creator, fear Yah, and keep his commandments. This is your whole duty. All right. Now we can go back to Psalm 68. We can go back to Psalm 68. And I'm going to start reading at the first verse of Psalm 68. And it reads, "Let Elohim arise. Let his enemies be scattered. Let them also that hate him flee before him." So you see, this is a thing that the Most High does to his enemies. He scatters his enemies. So once Israel decided to rebel against the Creator and not keep his commandments and break the covenant that we were once under with the Most High, we became an enemy of Yah. Because these curses are not meant for the righteous. These curses that our people are under are not meant for the righteous. Lacking and wanting and oppression and wickedness and sin is not something that the Most High wanted for us. That's what we choose for ourselves in this test called life and death, right? Good and evil. Let them also that hate him flee before him. Because those who choose death, those who choose wickedness, those who choose to be an enemy of the Creator will fear him greatly. You will learn to fear the one who made you. Because there's nothing that any of us can do about the Most High coming back and destroying us. In verse 2, it reads, as smoke is driven away, so drive them away, as wax melteth before the fire. So let the wicked perish at the presence of Elohim. Because the Most High doesn't want wickedness on this earth. This is not something that we should practice, participate in. None of us should want to be wicked. If you want to live, if we want life, because we know from our mistakes, we know from the things we've all done in our lives, any of us could have died from some of our decisions. From presumptuous sins, going out there and trying to sin, to traffic violations that could have killed you. Right? So we all know that this life is a test of decisions. We all have to make the right decisions if we desire life. Verse 3, but let the righteous be glad. Let them rejoice before Elohim. Yeah, let them exceedingly rejoice. Sing unto Elohim. Sing praises to his name. Extol him that rideth upon the heavens by his name Yah. Or some of you see in your word Jah. But since there was no J in the Hebrew alphabet, there was a Y. So it's Yah, right? And rejoice before him. Verse 5. A father of the fatherless and a judge of the widows is Elohim in his holy habitation. So the Most High, the Creator, is telling you what kind of ruler, what kind of creator, what kind of God he is. Introducing himself again. Letting you see the traits of your Creator. These are the traits of the Most High. He's a father of the fatherless, a judge of the widows, is Elohim in his holy habitation. This is a very good God. So we shouldn't want to be anything other than what our Creator is. We're way less than the Creator. We were created. We are the creation. So whatever we think we desire is not higher than what the Creator has planned for us. And so we should all be able to agree with that. Right? Verse 6, Elohim sets the solitary in families. He brings out those which are bound with chains, but the rebellious dwell in a dry land. O Elohim. So the Most High is telling you, he controls the dysfunctional family to the functional family. The Most High heals and mends relationships, and the Most High scatters relationships. The Most High puts a stumbling block in front of certain individuals because certain individuals desire to put stumbling blocks in front of others. So the Most High does all these things, right? He brings out those in chains. Verse 7, O Elohim, when thou wentest forth before thy people, when thou did march through the wilderness, Selah, praise Yah. The earth shook, the heavens also dropped at the presence of Elohim. Even Sinai itself was moved at the presence of Elohim, the Elohim of Israel. So the Most High has been with us every step of the way, through the wilderness, through everything. The Most High has been right there with us. Verse 9, Thou, O Elohim, did send a plentiful rain, whereby thou did confirm thine inheritance when it was weary. Thy congregation has dwelt therein. Thou, O Elohim, hast prepared of thy goodness for the poor. Yah gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it. Kings of armies did flee apace, and she that tarried at home divided the spoil. Though ye have lean among the pots, yet shall you be as the wings of a dove covered with silver, and her feathers with yellow gold. When the Almighty scattered kings in it, it was white as snow in Zalmon. The hill of Elohim is as the hills of Bashan, a hill as the hill of Bashan. Why leap ye, ye high hills? This is the hill which Elohim desires to dwell in. Yeah, Yah will dwell in it forever. Praise Yah. The chariots of Elohim are 20,000, even thousands of angels. Yah is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. Thou hast ascended on high. Thou hast led captivity captive. Thou hast received gifts for men, yeah, for the rebellious also, that Yah Elohim might dwell among them. Blessed be Yah, who daily loads us with benefits, even the Elohim of our salvation, Selah. He that is our Elohim is the Elohim of salvation, and unto Elohim, Yah, belong the issues from death. So the Most High is explaining to you who's in charge of all things. And the Most High does as he pleases. The Most High is letting us know who is in control of all these things. And the Most High is letting you know who blesses you and who curses you. Verse 21, But Elohim shall wound the head of his enemies, and the hairy scalp of such as one as goes on still in his trespasses. So if you want to continue to be hard-headed, and disobey the Creator, the Most High is telling you. This is a warning from the Most High. He's telling you what He's going to do. These curses are for enemies. These curses are not for the righteous. And that should tell you something. There was a time on this earth, and it's still a time till this day, where most people did not do the right thing. Most people did that which is wicked. And that's not hard to believe because, again, in Genesis chapter 2, we're dealing with our foreparents, Adam and Eve, who chose to do the wrong thing. Right? They chose death over life. So it's not hard to believe that most people nowadays do the same thing, because that seems to be the MO of humans. That's a trait of humans. We will more than likely choose evil over good, death over life, since the beginning of time. And so that tells you the times that we're living in, where there's so many people doing wickedly and so little people doing and trying to do the right thing. Very few. So we're living in a very serious time. Verse 22, Yah said, I will bring again from Bashan. I will bring my people again from the depths of the sea, that thy foot may be dipped in the blood of thine enemies, and the tongue of thy dogs in the same. They have seen thy goings, O Elohim, even the goings of my Elohim, my King, in the sanctuary. The singers went before, the players on instruments followed after. Among them were the damsels playing with timbrels. Bless ye Elohim in the congregations, even Yah from the fountain of Israel. This is our source, the source of Israel. This is our connection. The Most High, the Creator of all things, the one who controls all things. That is our source. And that is what we should desire to reconnect to. How could you be afraid when you're connected with your source? How could anyone stop you when you are connected with the fountain of Israel? Fear what? But Yah. There is none else to fear but Yah himself, the one who created fear. Verse 27, there is little Benjamin with their ruler, the princes of Judah and their council, the princes of Zebulun and the princes of Naphtali. Thy Elohim has commanded thy strength. Strengthen, O Elohim, that which thou hast wrought for us. Because of thy temple at Jerusalem shall kings bring presents unto thee. Rebuke the company of spearmen, the multitude of the bulls, with the calves of the people, till everyone submit himself with pieces of gold or pieces of silver. Scatter thou the people that delight in war. And there's nothing you can do about it. Just like there was nothing that our people could do about it. When the Most High put curses on us, there was nothing we could do about that. And we knew those curses were coming because the Most High made a covenant with us. So whether you know or not, is it actually, I'm not going to say it's irrelevant, but it actually plays a key role in fearing Yah because you knew about it. You knew what would happen when you chose to do the wrong thing. We knew what would happen when we chose death. And that makes it all the more scarier, right? Because you knew what was going to happen. And there was nothing that you could do about it. And you knew there was nothing that you could do about it, no matter how much you try. So having this knowledge and still choosing to do the wrong thing, you can't blame anyone but yourself. Verse 31. Princes shall come out of Egypt. Ethiopia shall soon stretch out her hands unto Elohim. Sing unto Elohim, ye kingdoms of the earth. O sing praises unto Yah, Selah, to him that rides upon the heavens of heavens, which were of old. Lo, he doth send out his voice, and that a mighty voice. Ascribe ye strength unto Elohim. His excellency is over Israel, and his strength is in the clouds. O Elohim, thou art terrible out of thy holy places. The Elohim of Israel is he that gives strength and power unto his people. Blessed be Elohim. The Most High gives you this strength and this power, so there's nothing for you to fear. The only one you have to fear is Yah. That's it. That's it. Because you understand who controls all things. You understand who created all things, right? You understand that. And in understanding that, that takes me to Isaiah chapter 57. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 57 so we can get a full understanding of who is in control of all things. Okay, in Isaiah chapter 57, I'm going to start reading at the first verse. And it reads, the righteous perisheth, and no man layeth it to heart. And merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come. You understand? So the Most High is telling us he'll take away the righteous and the wicked. And the Most High will take away the righteous for the evil to come. So death can be very merciful. Very merciful. That's why so many people are drawn to suicide. Because they want mercy. They would rather die than continue living. You understand? It can bring mercy from the evil to come. He shall enter into peace. They shall rest in their beds, each one walking in his uprightness. But draw near hither, you sons of sorceress, or sorcerers, or of the sorceress, the seed of the adulterer, and the whore. Against whom do you sport yourselves? against whom make you a wide mouth and draw out the tongue? Are you not children of transgression, a seed of falsehood? Why are we walking around haughtily in our sins? We should all be ashamed. We should all be humble. All of us. Verse 5, inflaming yourselves with idols under every green tree, slaying the children in the valleys under the cliffs of the rocks. So this is nothing new. We've been this way for a very long time as a people. A very long time. We proudly worship our idols, boast about it. And we hate correction. And it causes us and our children to suffer. These generational curses. Verse 6, among the smooth stones of the stream is thy portion. They are thy lot. Even to them have thou poured a drink offering. Thou hast offered a meat offering. Should I receive comfort in these? Upon a lofty and high mountain have thou set thy bed. Even thither wentest thou up to offer sacrifice. Behind the doors also, and the posts, have thou set up thy remembrance, for thou hast discovered thyself to another than me, and are gone up. Thou hast enlarged thy bed, and made thee a covenant with them. Thou lovest their bed where thou sawest it. Do we not do this today as a people? We love the ways of the other nations more than our own nation. We still practice this. We still carry these traits. This is our MO. We are the only group on the planet. I'm not saying that other nations don't mimic us, because they do. But we are the only group on the planet that desires to be like the other nations and join the other nations and be absorbed and go into the other nations more than our own. We've been this way for a very long time. And like I say, integration, there's nothing wrong with being inclusive. There's nothing wrong with integrating. But the way that we integrate these days is totally wrong. Because we shouldn't integrate with them. They should integrate with us. That's how it's supposed to be. They're showing you, a lot of them look up to you. Right? A lot of them. So why are you trying so desperately to fit in to them? We really should just be ourselves. Right? We can all agree it's better for us to be ourselves than it is to be like others. We can agree on that. So we essentially we're committing adultery with the Most High. That's what we have been doing all this time. We've been committing adultery with the Creator, or against the Most High, with other nations. We've been idolatrous. We have been worshiping other gods, which is adultery. Because our Creator is the Creator of all things. The original. You cannot copy. There's nothing that you can do to bring another God to life. You can't bring another God to life. We don't control life. We don't control death. The Most High is the creator of life and death. And he tells us this over and over and over again in the Word. And we just don't want to accept it because we desire some supernatural power, some type of power outside of the source. You can't gain any power if you're not connected to the one who created the power. The only power comes from the Creator. Verse 9. And thou wentest to the king with ointment, and did increase thy perfumes, and did send thy messengers far off, and did debase thyself even unto hell. Thou art wearied in the greatness of thy way. Yet saidst thou not, there is no hope. Thou hast found the life of thine hand. Therefore thou wast not grieved. And of whom have you been afraid or feared? And that thou hast lied, and hast not remembered me, nor laid it to thy heart? Have not I held my peace, even of old? And thou fearest me not? I will declare thy righteousness and thy works, for they shall not profit thee. The Most High is letting you know He's been so merciful with us. So merciful, patient, long-suffering. And we still don't keep the Most High's commandments. We still don't fear Yah. Verse 13. When thou criest, let thy companies deliver thee, but the wind shall carry them all away. Vanity shall take them, but he that puts his trust in me shall possess the land, and shall inherit my holy mountain. There goes the answer key again. The Most High is telling you that it's very simple. It's very simple instructions. We should all be able to agree on that as one. These are instructions that we can listen to. A lot of our people want to change and won't. Some of our people are keeping these laws, and there are plenty of us who could care less and want to see our own hurt and down. And then, there's just so many people in the world who just don't know the Most High's laws. They've never heard the Most High's law. To even agree. So that is why it's important for us to continue our training, right? Our growing and passing these tests so that we can help others. We can help others to study. Now, you can't save anybody. You can only save yourself. But you can always help others. Because that's a part of being a human. It's only humane. Because all of us were created by the Creator. So verse 14, and shall say, cast ye up, prepare the way, take up the stumbling block out of the way of my people. For thus saith the high and lofty one that inhabits eternity. The Most High is eternal. We die. The Most High is eternal. That's one thing you have to understand. Life comes and goes on this earth, but people continue being born. Plants continue growing. Animals continue giving birth. The sun continues to shine. The moon continues to shine. The stars, the whirlwinds, everything on this earth continues to go through a cycle. Because the cycle is eternal. The Most High is eternal. You think that people have been on this earth all this time and the Most High hasn't been right there? The whole time we've been coming and going? It's important that we have this knowledge and understand that we're under a microscope. We're under a magnifying glass. Under surveillance. We're being watched. We're being recorded. Everything we do is recorded. Everything we have done is recorded. So don't add sin to sin. That's not wise. We have to learn to come out of our sin, because Most High wants us to learn from our mistakes and come out of our sin, turn from our wicked ways, and return back to Yah. So the Most High is eternal, whose name is holy. I dwell in the high and holy place, with him also that is of a contrite and humble spirit, to revive the spirit of the humble, and to revive the heart of the contrite ones. For I will not contend forever, neither will I be always wroth, for the spirit should fall before me, and the souls which I have made. For the iniquity of his covetousness was I wroth, and smote him. I hid me, and was wroth, and he went on frowardly in the way of his heart. See, the Most High is telling you about your ways. Because the Most High already knows our ways. For the iniquity of his covetousness was I wroth, and smote him. I hid me. The Most High is telling you, he's hid from you. Your sins have separated the Creator from you. And was wroth. The Most High was angry, and he went out frowardly in the way of his heart. Still choosing to go our own way, because we're so stiff-necked and rebellious, me included. Like, I find myself sometimes having a hard head. It's a shame. It's unfortunate. But the Most High is telling us about our ways. Verse 18, I have seen his ways and will heal him. I will lead him also, and restore comforts unto him and to his mourners. Even though we've sinned so much, the Most High is still going to have mercy on us and heal us when we decide to stop being enemies of the Creator. because we're really fighting with the Most High. See, we think we're fighting with each other, and a lot of us are physically doing that, right? We think we're fighting with each other. But when it all boils down to it, it's all spiritual. We're battling with our Creator. We're battling with the Most High. And we have to stop that. Stop being so stiff-necked. We have to stop being foolish and understand we can't beat the Most High. We cannot beat the Creator. No man can beat the Creator. The Creator will take your life and you won't even see it coming. Verse 19, I create the fruit of the lips. Peace, peace to him that is far off, and to him that is near, saith Yah. I will heal him. The Most High creates. You see that? Creates, key word. We are not the Creator. So every time we remind ourselves of that, we should be able to humble ourselves. It's just a food for thought. When you start feeling a certain way, when you start feeling that haughty spirit come upon you, the arrogance or whatever, your ego, remind yourself, I am not the Creator. And whoever I'm angry with is not either. Verse 20, but the wicked are like the troubled sea, when it cannot rest, whose waters cast up mire and dirt. There is no peace, saith my Elohim, to the wicked. And this is why you can't have world peace as long as you have wicked people in charge. As long as the earth is in the hand of the wicked, there will be no peace, because there is no peace with the wicked. Go to Ezekiel 21. And I'm going to start reading at the second verse. Well, I'm going to start at the first verse. And the word of Yah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face toward Jerusalem, and drop thy word toward the holy places, and prophesy against the land of Israel. And say to the land of Israel, Thus saith Yah, Behold, I am against thee, and will draw forth my sword out of his sheath, and will cut off from thee the righteous and the wicked. The Most High, when the Most High draws out his sword, it cuts off the righteous as well as the wicked. And this is why none of us should get too haughty, and we should all walk humbly. All of us should be walking on thin ice, hot coals, eggshells, tiptoeing. All of us should remain humble as much as possible. We can agree on that because we know the meek shall inherit the earth. We can agree on that. All of us should be as righteous and humble as possible. with one another. We have to remain humble. If somebody does something that you might not agree with, as long as you're not breaking the Most High's laws, or it's not causing you to break the Most High's laws, or it's not harming you or your relatives, your family, right? Then remain humble. Remain humble. Because the Most High, vengeance belongs to Yah. The Most High will fight your battles. There's nothing for you to be scared of. There's nothing for you to be egotistical about. And when it comes to all of us trying to do the right thing, you can agree. You should be able to agree. You should be able to forgive one another. Not bear grudge against our brothers and sisters. Because I forgive my brothers and sisters. Praise Yah. And I hope they forgive me as well. And I hope Yah forgives us for our sins. Because we're not running anything. The Most High is running everything. Praise Yah. Let's go to Isaiah 25. And then we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Okay, in Isaiah 25, I'm going to start reading at verse 6. And it reads, "And in this mountain shall Yah of hosts make unto all people a feast of fat things, a feast of wines on the lees, a feast of fat things, full of marrow, of wines on the lees, well refined. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. He will swallow up death in victory, and Yah Elohim will wipe away tears from off all faces. And the rebuke of his people shall he take away from all the earth, for Yah has spoken it." So the Most High is letting us know death is a temporary thing. Death is not forever, like we like to teach, because that's all we've ever seen in this wicked world is death. We've seen a taste of life, we've had a taste of life, and then we've all seen death and eventually experienced death in this wicked world. And so we teach that death is forever. But the Most High is telling us death is not forever. Death is just a part of the test of life and death. What's forever is life. Life is forever. Since the beginning, life has been forever. The Most High intended for life to be forever. Death is what's temporary. And the Most High is going to take it away. Because the Most High controls all things. So, who would not want this? Who would not want this? If this is what we're created for, of course the Most High is going to make sure everything feels right. everything's going to feel right, y'all. So continue to do the right thing. I praise the Almighty Yah for getting us back online so we can continue our study. I hope that this has helped someone somewhere. And praise the Almighty Yah and Shalom.